It's been another week and I've had a couple of shopping trips this week where I've picked up a couple of things for my crafting, the supplies that I'm going to need for some upcoming projects that I have planned. And so I'm going to share with you those things that I've gotten. This haul consists of 2 in-person shopping trips that I made. One to Hobby Lobby and one to the Dollar General store. And then I also have an online order from Amazon, and I'm going to share with you that because it just came in today. So let's take a look at the things I picked up this week. Let's start with what I got at Dollar General. I went into Dollar General kind of looking around to see if they had Halloween stuff out yet, if any of their summer stuff was on sale. And one thing that I have found at my Dollar General is to make sure and go through their crafting section. They have crafting supplies at Dollar General, and they have some really good items. I've noticed some like aqua painters there, a lot of their paints and that sort of thing, and it's a really reasonably priced items there. But today, the thing that really caught my eye, well, when I picked up at the Dollar General the other day, were these alphabet pony beads. And if you saw my previous video, I've done some organizing of all my beads, and alphabet beads were one of the main things that I was trying to do. Now, what really caught my eye on this, of course, I love these colorful ones and the ones in the hearts, but they were these black beads because I thought they would be really good around Halloween, which again, that's why I was starting to look at some Halloween crafting supplies. And so that was on my mind when I saw these black ones with the white letters. And so I'm going to be adding this to my alphabet crafting containers. Talking about crafting containers, my next stop was at Hobby Lobby, and I've got a video that shows my daughter and myself at Hobby Lobby and these things that we picked up. So the first thing here, I am on the hunt for the perfect bead containers, and these were only $1.50, and that's what really got my attention for these. I have not even opened them, but I think they come in these little cases. You can see a little bit better from this side, and we'll see. I'm thinking these might work really well for my seed beads, but like, for example, if I was going to try to put these in there, there's not a lot of space in these individual containers, so I may have to go with something a little bit bigger. But mainly for seed beads, we'll see if this works. So for $3 for 2 of those, that was a for sure. And talking about the seed beads, I picked up these red, white, and blue seed beads. These are, let's see, the 12-0. I don't know if that's the size of the beads. I'm planning to use these on this wire that I got previously that looks like the Slinky, but it's bracelet wire. And I'm going to use that and do my red, white, and blue. While I was at the store, I was also looking for some stars, and I got some comments that there were stars right in front of us in the video, and I totally missed it. And like I said, a lot of times when I go to some of these stores, I get so overwhelmed looking at all the many things that for number one, I have to go by a list because I can get overwhelmed and just looking at everything. But even with my list, I must have missed the stars. So I'm going to have to make another trip if I want to add the stars to this bracelet. And we'll see about that as I start to work on this bracelet. I also had on my list some other little charms that I wanted to add to some bracelets. And I was looking for the kind of like a chunky heart, which turned out to be what this was at $1.79. This is the Charm Me brand from Hobby Lobby. I rarely ever see these on sale. Maybe you do. If you do, let me know, but I've really been trying to pay attention, and every time I go, I don't see these on sale because there are quite a few charms from this brand that I really like, but I'd love for them to be on sale. But I've got an idea based on something I saw on Pinterest that I want to do with some of my bracelets with charms. And also I'm going to do a similar thing with this dragonfly. This is a silver dragonfly. And so I'm going to add some things to these and with some bracelets, and I will be sharing that with you as well. I was also on the hunt for some beads that looked like some kind of different freshwater pearls. I know these are not freshwater pearls. They're imitation beads, 10 millimeter coated glass beads here. That was another thing. Someone had suggested that when I was looking for the stars to look where the hanging beads like these were in the silver section, that there could be some stars. So I'm gonna, when I go back, that's another place that I'm gonna be looking. But someone else told me that they saw them there. I think it was in the fairy tale beads of Hobby Lobby, some stars. So I'm gonna check that out as well. But this is kind of the beads that I was looking for another bracelet that I want to do, and I'm going to share that with you as well. But something that I saw and got some inspiration from Pinterest for, and so I'm really looking forward to using those beads. This is the last item that I picked up this week. I had mentioned in another video that I was thinking about getting a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile. And this is the big corner chomper. That's what we've called it before. And it says it can cut through paper, cardstock, chipboard, leather, plastic, and more. So for years, I have used my little scrapbooking corner rounder, which has been wonderful for my paper. But I have noticed when I get to some of my thicker pieces of paper, it's a little bit more difficult to get through. So I've opted to get the crocodile, and this comes in a 1/2 inch round and a 1/4 inch round. So that'll be interesting to play with, and I just love the chomp sound that it makes. I'll get ready to use this on a new project soon, but this came from Amazon, and I have a link to this in my storefront if you're interested in it as well. So these were the items that I picked up this week. I did not do a lot of shopping. I already had this bracelet from a previous week. I was trying to really just be specific on the things that I wanted to pick up, and these were the things mainly on my list. I guess this was a little bit extra, but I was looking for Halloween things, because you know what? It is July almost, and so it's going to be time to get started on our seasonal things, which are my favorite, as we're going to be getting ready for fall in October, even though it is so hot outside. But it is time to start thinking about stuff for our fall and Christmas time crafting. So thanks for joining me for this haul today, and I hope you enjoyed. And I'm not sure what I will need on my list for next week, but I will be back to share with you if I pick up anything.